Hey. Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something. Not even me. All right?
All right.
You got a dream, you got to protect it. People can't do something themselves. They want to tell you you can't do it. You want something, go get it. Period.
But you used to fit right here. I'd hold you up and say to your mother, this kid's gonna be the best kid in the world. This kid's gonna be somebody better than anybody ever knew. And you grew up good and wonderful. It was great just watching you every day. It was like a privilege. Then the time come for you to be your own man and take on the world, and you did. But somewhere along the line, you changed. You stopped being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. And when things got hard, you started looking for something to blame, like a big shadow. Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that. I'm always gonna love you no matter what. No matter what happens. You're my son, you're my blood. You're the best thing in my life. But until you start believing in yourself, you ain't gonna have a life.
Hey. What you doing here? Don't you have practice?
Not anymore, I quit.
Oh. Well, since when are you the quitting kind?
I don't know, I just don't see the point anymore.
So you didn't make the dress list. There are greater tragedies in the world.
I wanted to run out of that tunnel for my dad. To prove to everyone that I worked...
what?
That I was somebody.
Oh, you are so full of crap. You're 5 feet nothing. 100 and nothing. And you got hardly a speck of athletic ability. And you hung in with the best college football team in the land for 2 years. And you're also gonna walk out of here with a degree from the University of Notre Dame. In this lifetime, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody except yourself. And after what you've gone through, if you haven't done that by now, it ain't gonna never happen. Now go on back.
You know, most of you guys know I try and be a spiritual guy. I'm not telling you what to believe. I'm not telling you how to believe. But every day, at some point during the day, I open up a book that I believe in, and I just pop to a page. I look through it. Okay. Sometimes that page gives me great insight. I'm going to tell you what I opened up to today. It's first term. Now, you don't have to be a historian of this to know what I'm telling you, okay? The first thing I opened to is a story about David, all right? David was the son of Samuel, one of the greatest kings of Israel, all right? What happened with David, he had 8 brothers, okay? When Samuel's time came to lose power, everybody was looking to his sons. He had 8. David was the least likely, but the one chosen. He was the youngest, the smallest, the weakest. He was the one selected. Now you may say, well, you know, why am I telling you that tonight? Why do we need to hear that? Here's why. I'm telling you what, he was the least likely candidate. There are a lot of people out here tonight who think you are the least likely candidate to be successful. David was chosen because he had an intangible. His intangible was his heart. All right? Now they're bigger. They got athletes. They got guys going to Division I schools. All right? We can see that, and so can everybody else. But nobody can see the intangible with us. All right? There's a reason why I opened up to that passage. We got to make that happen tonight. Be the intangible tonight. Here we go. Lord, I am only one. I am only one. I am one. I am one. I cannot do everything. I cannot do everything. But I can do something. But I can do something. Which I'm about to do tonight. What I'm about to do tonight. With your help. With your help. I will do. I will do. Thank God I play for Indian Hill. Thank God I play for Indian Hill.
I don't know what to say, really. 3 minutes to the biggest battle of our professional lives. All comes down to today. Either we heal as a team, or we're going to crumble. Inch by inch, play by play, till we're finished. And we can stay here, or we can fight our way back into the light. We can climb 1 inch at a time. Now, I can't do it for you. I'm too old. I look around, I see these young faces, and I think, I mean, I made every wrong choice a middle-aged man can make. I chased off anyone who's ever loved me. And lately, I can't even stand the face I see in the mirror. You know, when you get old in life, things get taken from you. I mean, that's part of life. But you only learn that when you start losing stuff. You find out life's this game of inches. So is football. Because in either game, life or football, the margin for error is so small. I mean, 1/2 a step too late or too early, and you don't quite make it. 1/2 second too slow, too fast, you don't quite catch it. The inches we need are everywhere around us. They're in every break of the game, every minute, every second. On this team, we fight for that inch. On this team, we tear ourselves and everyone else around us to pieces for that inch. We claw with our fingernails for that inch. I'll tell you this, in any fight, it's the guy who's willing to die who's gonna win that inch. And I know if I'm gonna have any life anymore, it's because I'm still willing to fight and die for that inch. Because that's what living is. There's 6 inches in front of your face. Now I can't make you do it. You gotta look at the guy next to you. Look into his eyes. Now I think you're gonna see a guy who will go that inch with you. You're gonna see a guy who will sacrifice himself for this team because he knows when it comes down to it, you're gonna do the same for him. That's the team, gentlemen. And either we heal now as a team, or we will die as individuals. That's football, guys. That's all it is. Now, what are you gonna do?
Now the good news is last year they were juniors and we could come back and finish it. Man, they ain't juniors anymore. You are facing the toughest opponent that you will face this year, tonight. tonight, not next week. There will be no next week unless you start believing that you've got to play your best game tonight. I hope you're not content in being in the semifinals. I hope there is a burning desire in each and every one of you for that special experience that only takes place at Jack Murphy Stadium. Now you guys may think that we always go there because we've been there 2 years in a row. It ain't like that. It's special. People don't just go there. It's special. And you've got to have a fire in your belly that tells you I want to be there in the worst way. You can't be quiet. You can't be unemotional. This is an emotional game. An emotional game. And we got to have it from the heart. We got to play with heart tonight, guys. Now, you guys all understand what last play means? Last play. You play every play as if it was the last play you will ever play. And if we don't play with emotion, if we don't play the last play on every play, it will be. There won't be a next week. Every play tonight, you play, you think about what that means. You think about what it means to me on your last play. This is my last play of football ever. My last play, how do I want it to be? How do I want to be remembered? My last play. Every play. Last play on 3. 1, 2, 3. Last play. Last play. Last play. Let's go play it. My last play. How do I want it to be? How do I want to be remembered? My last